Southern California rocked by a 5.1 magnitude quake as the region is battered by historic tropical storms that are bringing torrential downpours and flooding to communities all across our region. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News at 5. I'm Rick Chambers.
And I'm Corrine Winter. Thank you so much for joining us for our ongoing breaking news coverage on this once-in-a-lifetime storm.
Yeah, and we have reporters positioned all across the Southland. But before we check in with Kai, who's been tracking Hillary's path throughout the day, let's go to Rachel Menitoff. She's got the latest on the earthquake that rocked the Ojai Valley this afternoon. Rachel?
Rick, Corrine, good evening to you both. We just got to Ventura County, where many people felt the brunt of that 5.1 magnitude earthquake and then those 22 plus aftershocks. We were taking the 118 and the 101 to get here. We didn't notice any damage on the freeways, and the earthquake itself didn't disturb traffic flow or traffic patterns, and we haven't noticed any damage now here on the ground. We have been driving around the Viewpoint Mall, surveying the area. We haven't seen any kind of damage, thankfully. We did get some surveillance video from a neighborhood in Oxnard showing the impact of this earthquake, and you can also hear it pretty quickly. Let's take a listen. Yeah, it was a pretty loud one. It rocks many of the parked cars on the street. And then there's this aftershock sequence. We just heard officials tell us not too long ago that there were about 20 aftershocks within the last half hour of that earthquake. And this is a pretty significant sequence. And they are expecting more magnitude 3s. They say those are possible today, and easily there could be a magnitude 4. Drivers, people who were on the road at the time, were probably shocked. They're trying to contend with heavy rain and poor visibility. And then they were surprised by some jolts from that earthquake. They were already dealing with those difficult driving conditions. So this earthquake was a surprise to all of us, really. There are no outages that have been reported so far, and many of you probably got one of those alerts on your phone letting you know about this earthquake. We're told that there isn't a connection between these storm conditions and the earthquake, but the two together brought us some extreme weather events. We also, I believe, have some video taken from Santa Paula, a beauty store in Santa Paula. Things were falling off of the shelves, kind of rocking back and forth. The quake was first reported around 2:40 this afternoon with a preliminary magnitude of 5.0, and then it was upgraded to 5.1, we're told, and there were some smaller tremors that were felt around the same area, all of which ranged between a magnitude 2.8 and 3.6. I do want you to hear from one of our experts, Dr. Lucy Jones, a seismologist and expert on these kinds of earthquake events. Take a listen to what she told us.
There is no particular relationship between the weather and what's happening underground. Remember, people always try to make patterns. Usually they call it hot weather because that's what we had for the Whittier Narrows earthquake. But there's really no way that what's going on in the storm would be affecting the rate of earthquakes. It's, of course, we notice the patterns when they occur together. And I think actually the biggest impact would be what it might be doing to the network operation.
And we talked to one of the managers who works inside one of these restaurants at the Viewpoint Mall. He says that they felt kind of a jolt, a shaking back and forth, and he wanted to make sure that his customers were okay. They did evacuate everyone from the restaurant and just tried to calm everyone down. It was certainly a surprise. We were all expecting this tropical storm, and this 5.1 magnitude earthquake was quite a shock to all of us. So it was kind of about calming people down, making sure everyone was okay. But I'm happy to report that there's no damage that we've been able to see here on the ground. It's something we will continue to monitor, though. That's the very latest from Ventura County. I'm Rachel Menitoff. I'll send it back inside to both of you.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah, Rachel, thank you.